As most of you know, I'm an African American that lives in Uganda. I want to be able to be a bridge connecting my community to the rest of the African diaspora and try as much as we can to operate as a collective. Unfortunately, those things can be difficult sometimes because we see the world differently. A Ugandan or a Nigerian will see the world differently from each other, as well as me as an African American, because our environments are all different. But one thing is true, we do love our tribes, and there is tribalism in the Pan-African world. I'm an African American, I love mine. You're Ugandan, you love yours. You're a Nigerian from a specific tribe, you may love yours also. And we don't like to see other people misrepresent our tribe. It's just a natural inclination. We've seen artists like Beyonce, actors like Michael B. Jordan, get criticized for trying to step into another lane that they're not familiar with. Beyonce, South Africans came after her for misrepresenting them. Michael B. Jordan had an alcohol brand named after a Trinidadian festival. Nicki Minaj came after him, and he had to apologize for that. Why? Didn't want to offend others. But of course, there are times where African Americans are misrepresented. And still, I'm gonna pull up Nicki Minaj because she's the main person, but also in the political world, Kamala Harris. And Tariq Nasheed has pointed this out in a very interesting way. First of all, Kamala Harris grew up in Oakland, California, in the Bay Area. Her father was an economist that taught at very prestigious universities, some like Stanford. He was at University of Illinois for some time. The mother is Indian background, but Kamala Harris went to Howard University. Now, this is important. Howard University is a school that I also attended, and you get to understand the greatness of the African American community in the history by just visiting the Howard University Museum. You cannot go to the real HU and not feel something about the Black community. It's just the truth. When you go to Howard University, you feel it, you understand it, and you know it. Kamala Harris forgot the memo. She forgot everything she learned at Howard University, an HBCU. She then went back to California, went to UC Hastings, a law school there, became attorney general, became a senator, all of these things. But at the same time, cosplaying as an African American woman. Now, this is interesting. Look at this picture of her in the background. Looks like salt and pepper, right? You know, she kind of has that vibe. Looking like a Black woman from the hood. But when you ask her about reparations, here's what she says.
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit Black people. No. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit Black people. No.
Okay. Nothing for the Black community. Although a lot of your success can be tied to the African American community. If not for your rendezvous with then powerful politician Willie Brown, then also dating Montel Williams. You see, a lot of your success has come through our community. And even though you don't want to give us reparations, although you understand our plight, here is what you're saying.
What'd you get? So, okay, so do you know music? Okay, so first of all, Charlie Mingus, really one of the greatest jazz performers ever. One of my favorite albums of all time. Roy Ayers, Everybody Loves Sunshine. You know this one? It's so good. It's a classic. And then Porgy and Bess, right? And this is a beautiful one. It's Ella Fitzgerald and Louis Armstrong. So there you go.
All right, you like that music. That's cool, right? But check this out.
Right, Marlon, so I know how to make a mean pot of greens. In fact, people used to ask me to make greens for them for Christmas. One year, I had so many that I had to wash that we ended up washing them in the bathtub. So I am not playing around. So what you got?
Greens? You make a mean pot of greens? Really? But ain't this you coming up, growing up? You see, this is just like Barack Obama trying to sing Amazing Grace.
Sing how sweet the sound.
You see, a lot of these people want to be like us, cosplay our culture, and then shit on us after they do so. And that's where I'm gonna draw the line. I'm not gonna allow anybody to do that. You see, first of all, I'm living in Africa. I'm not gonna come out here and cosplay anybody in Africa and then try to deny them what they are owed. You're not gonna see me here in Uganda wearing a kinzu or talking about, how good Matoke is, talking about the how beautiful Buganda Kingdom is, how nice it is, and Arua. And then you hear me in a discussion saying, well, Uganda doesn't deserve reparations and they don't deserve this. All humans are the same. All the poor are the same. But I'm benefiting from their culture. It's a disrespect in the face to that group, to those groups, those different tribes. And this is what Kamala Harris is doing. And as an African American, you got to be offended. You want to pretend to be us. Why don't you go be Indian? Be Indian, be half Indian. You want to know why? Because the Indian community don't accept you. They won't accept you. They don't have any love for you. What about even being Jamaican? You can do that. No offense to my Jamaican brothers and sisters. But no, let's latch on to the African American struggle. And our struggle is very similar to our Jamaican brothers and sisters. Let's not get any disrespect. I love our brothers over there. We're practically the same people. But she wants to attach to us and disrespect our community. That has made a way for her. Then turn around and then play that role like you're an African American woman when you don't want to give anything to the community. And I can understand why black women want to vote for Kamala Harris. That's a different story. Because see, with Kamala Harris becoming the president, all black women, regardless of if you're Nigerian American, African American, will benefit in a great way. I get that. But why do you need to do it? Because you have no other base to do it. It's a play to get black people more energized in the party. Oh, we got somebody black. Because see, Democrats know how blacks think. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about.
Africans coming to the United States are immigrants, first and foremost. Then whatever country they're from, and then at some point they are black. Black Americans put black first and foremost, and then everything else goes below it. And so they're thinking when another black people come to our country, they're going to want to integrate with us. And if anything, for us as Africans to feel like that's my brother, that's my brethren, or whatever, you have to come from the same tribe as us, because we have so many black people around, we don't automatically pre-select for black. But black Americans don't have so many black people around, have had to defend and protect their culture amidst a dominant white culture. And so they are already pre-select and are overprotective for black. There's like a deep misunderstanding because of where we put our identity markers and what we put first and what we prioritize are so different culturally because of our differences in trauma.
You see, African Americans, we are trained that the black is everybody. See, Africans don't look at it like that. Maybe some of the Caribbeans don't look at it like that. You see, everybody's black in Africa. So they have to differentiate between tribes and areas. But as Americans, when we see all blacks, we look at them as the same. That's how we look at it. Anywhere we show up, Ghana, Uganda, when we see blacks, we are representative of that is us. We might not know you, we might not understand you, but you are a part of us. And Democrats know that. White Democrats understand that. Black Democrats understand that. If you put Kamala Harris, the training of African Americans says accept her. Even if she don't want to give you nothing. Put Barack Obama up there, accept her. But that ain't how Indians think, right? Barack Obama's half white. Why didn't white folks accept Barack Obama like that? Because they know. He ain't our people. Okay? It used to be that, hey, A lot of our brothers and sisters that, you know, in the 60s and 50s, when we were really one, Stokely Carmichael, people like that. But now, in some cases, this is why you have that FBA, #FBA argument, like, who your people? Where you from? It's because of stuff like this in Kamala Harris. That's why. In order for the movement of black cultures to come together, this cannot be tolerated at all. You're not gonna cosplay us and disrespect our group. It's not gonna happen. I know this is the Pan-African channel. I get it, but I gotta say that. I don't like that. Okay? Just as much as Africans don't want us, or Caribbeans don't want us to cosplay them in a negative way, that is cosplaying us in a different way, because you're saying that you're not gonna get this, you don't deserve this, but you benefited from whatever we've done and it's gotten you to where you are and you still need our help. That's bullshit. I'm sorry. I gotta play it. I gotta say it. And that is exactly why you have all these black women now who are coming out there saying, I'm FBA, I'm not Kamala, I'm a real FBA. This is what you see. Another video for that. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of Fair Use on Kanganda. I'm out.